We continue our knowledge sharing mission through a series of interviews with marketing leaders from all over the world. And today with us, we have Joah Santos. Hi, Joah, welcome. Tell us what Nylon does.
We work at the crossroads of marketing, behavioral economics, how tribalism was formed, and really help companies develop what we call a POV, or point of view. Mm-hmm. POV stands for a purpose, objective, and vision, which has to do with finding the functional, emotional, and social benefits of a company. And we do that for Fortune 500 companies around the world.
What is your role there and what are you focusing on at the moment?
I was one of the founders, actually, as a project started a long time ago. Today, one of our biggest clients is Anheuser-Busch. Proud to announce the last work we did was with Corona, Modelo, and Victoria, which all three are now in the top 10 most valuable beer brands in the world. And that's our latest project that we're still doing work with them, but we're starting to do a lot of work in Latin America with a lot of banks at the moment.
Now let's talk about marketing a little bit. Obviously, due to the pandemic, with many marketing opportunities, especially related to events and event sponsorship, were no longer possible. So do you think there are enough opportunities out there or as many as there used to be at the moment?
I think there's a ton. I think if anything, I always say crisis is also opportunity. So you really need to be connected to what people's needs are at the time. And with the pandemic, those needs change. So how do you change your strategy to be able to fulfill consumer needs?
Some say that it's become more and more important now for sales and marketing teams to work together to meet the company's goals. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more than ever. It's not just marketing and sales. It's the CFO marketing and sales. Really, the CMO needs their seat back in the boardroom. And in order to do that, you need common KPIs that actually relate to a return on investment or increase in sales or increase in enterprise value or any financial indicator. And that link is hard to make, but you need to make it. That's the only way we're all going to speak the same language in the business is if we all talk about impact on financials. So I think there's a huge opportunity there. And I think that's where most companies need to focus is what is our common language across the organization, or else you're just going to have silos operating separately. And that's not very effective.
What is an event that you hosted last year that you are particularly proud of, and why was it so great?
I have been doing a lot of video conferences, but honestly, if you're asking from a personal level, I spoke to Harvard, I spoke to University Católica, and I'm always proud to share. But what really excited me was the questions I was getting back from students. And the questions we were getting back were, marketing seen as this manipulation type thing, and I'm worried because I'm going to go work for a company, and what if they use child labor and things like that. And I was like, this is great that I'm getting this from students because it shows a really good future for brands when these kids are thinking of this already. And it was actually what motivated me to go down this path and research a different way to market with the POV. And it's good to see that these students are thinking more along the lines of the path that I've taken since the early 2000s. So that's really inspiring to me. So it's not an event that I did or hosted. It's the people that were there that was really inspiring to me and I love.
What is one piece of career advice that you have received that's been particularly valuable to you as a marketing leader?
When you start your career, it's extremely important where you go work. If anyone's watching this that is still in school or just starting, get into Procter & Gamble, get into Unilever, get into one of the big guys, because if you look at the CEOs and CMOs around the world, they all went through that school. And that school, the Procter & Gamble school, the Unilever school, is better than any university out there. So it's really about who are you working with? Try to work with the best. You will learn a lot from working with the best, or go work at a structure that creates really good marketeers. And that's the best advice I can give to anyone. And if you're already older, it's not too late to switch. There's a lot of growth in marketing, especially now. I think we're in a golden age again. Take advantage of it.
I think that brings us to a close. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Joao, and I look forward to our next catch-up.
Thanks for the opportunity, Marcella.